Hey everybody, Mike J. Anthony here, and first, check this out. Litecoin, baby, Litecoin. Even though I'm about to make this video about Electroneum, and I don't have an Electroneum shirt yet, but the thing is, I'm a Litecoin fan. I'm also an Electroneum fan, and that is the purpose of this video is Electroneum. And I wanted to see if you guys saw this article. It's called "The Electroneum Ecosystem" by Michael Miraldis, however you pronounce that. But I'll put a link to this article underneath this video. But it's a kind of a long article, but it's got a lot of good, useful information in there that those of you who are now doing Electroneum research, this is a good, fairly technical article, and because I was looking back through the white paper, and Electroneum's white paper is out of date now. I think they should update that. But they've you know, they're still doing their thing, but they've taken a little detour. They decided to focus on some other things, and they got a lot more things going on as well that they haven't really talked too much about in detail, or not, at least in the white paper anyway. So a lot of these things are coming out in different channels, and this article here is talking about Electroneum has a unique approach to mass adoption in the crypto space. They are doing something different by combining fintech mobile payments and cryptocurrency in an easy-to-use mobile payment solution, and it looks like it's gaining traction as of lately. Now, this article came out on September 25th, and today is September 28th, so it came out 3 days ago. Recently, Richard Ells, the CEO, announced that everything was back on track now, and KYC and the patent pending instant payment system are live. The instant payment system is in a beta, and they are working to bring that out of beta and into a final version. Right now, as we speak, they're working on that. So the author is saying that since the announcement, the project saw a huge run-up in value over the course of a few days in late September 2018, which it currently is right now. Like I said, it's only been 3 days since this article was written, and we have seen a run-up, as he calls it, in price. And I recently came out with a there's Sean Davis, Crypto for the People. I was just looking at some videos, and here's one that I came out with on August 24th. Wow, I didn't know it was that long. I wrote it already. I thought it was just like maybe a few days ago or a week ago, but it's already been up, what, a month? Wow, time really flies. Goodness gracious. It's been a month and 4 days since I wrote this article. It seems to me like I wrote it a week ago. But not wrote, but I made this video here called What I Think About Current Electroneum Prices. And I published this on August 24th. And I write in the description, and I'll talk about it in this video, and I'll also put a link to this video, that I believe today being August 24th, which was over a month ago, prices are a gift, just like in the article I referred to in the video. So someone said in this video that I talk about in this video, I mean in the article that I talk about in this video, that they thought that prices were a gift and they were buying up millions. I mean, this person literally bought millions of Electroneum at 0.005, and that's what I was talking about. And I said that I liked those prices, and I went ahead and I bought more at those prices, which I had not done. I bought at the original ICO, and that's all I was planning on buying. I was planning on just holding that and not buying anymore. Well, once they went under the ICO price, I thought that they were also a gift, and I went and bought more Electroneum at those prices. You know, if it drops down to 0.005 again, I will also be a buyer again. So I don't care really what the price does. What I mainly care about, though, is this, what they are doing, and what they're doing with fintech mobile payments in the cryptocurrency space. I really like what they're doing. That's why I joined the ICO in the first place. But The article goes and talks about the setbacks they had during 2008, regulatory hurdles, that the issues were resolved. Every time they run into an issue, Electroneum attacks it head on, and that's what's going to happen, and things take time. It's only been less than a year since Electroneum has been around, and they're coming up on a year, and they've done great things. As I said in the previous video that I just referenced, I think I said the same exact thing. Um, yeah, there's a lot of hubbub right now because of the instant pay system is out and people are making more videos about it. There really wasn't that much to talk about. Um, of course, Sean Davis and Crypto for the People were talking about, he talks about what he talks about on a regular basis, but there really wasn't all that much news. And I don't really, even though I've been an investor in the ICO, I rarely made any videos about Electroneum, but I decided to put one out in August because of where the price was. The price was just, people were saying it was dead. And I said, hey, wait a minute. I don't personally, even though I don't, make regular videos like a lot of people do about this stuff, I am an original ICO investor and I like it. I don't think it's dead at all. I think this project is running full force. Just because they don't come out with all kinds of news all the time doesn't mean they're not working behind the scenes. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and buy more. For the first time since the ICO, I bought more at 0.005 cents. I thought that was a gift, like I said. I thought it was crazy. So I decided to make a video, which I don't normally do, solely based on the fact that I saw the price going so low, and I said, "This is nuts. This is half the ICO price. I would be crazy not if I still believe in what I believed when I first got into the ICO of Electroneum, then I should believe it even more now at half the price. So basically, I should believe it twice as much. So I did. I went ahead and I doubled down on my Electroneum at 0.005 cents and back in August. And then the IPS came out after that, and now there's like it's sitting at like almost 2.5 cents now. Again, I should say. People say, "Oh, there's been a huge run up and all that." Yeah, it's a run up from 0.005 cents, but it's not a run up from where it was. Remember, it had gotten to 20 cents last December. So, we've been sitting on the price going down for a year. So that's a lot to go through for anybody. And so it's not just running up now. I think it was a result of the rising tide at the time that took Electroneum to 20 cents. But now it's their actual use case scenario and mass adoption talk and them actually putting it into reality is now what's making the price go back up. So it's no surprise to me that they would do that, and that's the reason why I bought more at 0.005, even though I had no plans to buy anymore. But I couldn't resist those prices, so I made a video talking about that very thing over a month ago now. So this article that came out 3 days ago is breaking down more about this the Electroneum ecosystem which they are creating. So it says here Electroneum is taking advantage of this emerging market of mobile payments by having a laser focus on third world countries, catering to over 1 billion unbanked people in the world. So that's what they're focusing on. I like that endeavor, and I'd like to be a part of that. So I am a part of that. So it goes to talk about some more details. The mobile money providers are expected to continue to rise globally. And yes, I think it will, especially with online retail is still growing. That is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. They're expecting, I read a study the other day that mobile e-commerce is expected to hit 4.8 trillion by 2021. And guess who's going to be now in part of that market? Electroneum. So that's different than what all the other cryptos are doing, okay? It says it right here. Electroneum is sitting in the forefront of the mobile payment revolution as being one of the first companies to combine the emerging fintech industry mobile payments with the instant cryptocurrency transfers catering to the unbanked. So now people who don't have a bank account can still transact um, with Electroneum over their mobile phone. You don't need the banking system. That's what they are, because every other coin out there, you kind of need a bank account somewhere somehow in order to get money back and forth. And with Electroneum, they're trying to change that. They're trying to go after everybody that does not have a bank account, and allow you to transact no matter where you're at, just because you have a mobile phone and not because you have a bank account or lack thereof. So they're talking about regulations. Um, Electroneum stepped up to the plate there with their KYC. They're creating an ecosystem. So they're talking about what all the other cryptocurrencies are doing here. It has been 10 years, and unfortunately, cryptocurrencies have remained a store of value predominantly. And that's true. That's what everybody is doing. The majority of crypto investors invest in a coin and either sit on it or try to trade it for a profit. Very few people are trying to give it a real world use case. This needs to change. If we want to see cryptocurrencies used daily, it needs to be a stable, regulated payment method so that governments can open their doors to accepting and using it. So that's what Electroneum is in the process of doing right now. So, and here's another part that I really like. Sometimes we get too caught up in the technology and it blinds us from the end goal we are trying to achieve. And a simple digital payment method that works globally, that's what we're trying to achieve. So keep in mind, I'm talking about crypto-based projects and not distributed applications. Most people don't care about the tech behind the current payment systems. They want to send their money from point A to point B simply and securely. So again, that's what Electroneum is focusing on. They're just everybody's like, oh, the technology, they don't have this and they don't have that. Their technology's junk. Well, they're actually just trying to make a simple. They're trying to keep it simple. Okay, they're not trying to make some complicated. It can't be. You cannot have mass adoption if it's too complicated to use. The average person needs it to be simple. And when something is simple, that's when something gets mass adopted. It's always been that way from the history of the earth. Okay, so that's what they're doing. And so this pictograph here explains the Electroneum's economy and the ecosystem. So you can just go through and read that and how it relates here. They have ASIC miners coming in down here with the decentralized wallets, paper wallets, and so forth, going up to the centralized wallets, into the KYC, into the instant payment system, and how people access that through the KYC compliant exchanges, vendors, the gig economy marketplace, Western world. They have a whole huge thing that's what they're calling the gig economy that's coming, and most people still don't really know about yet. But that is something that is also coming. So there's still a lot of good things. People are just now scratching the surface on what Electroneum has always planned to do. It's just they're bringing it into fruition right now. But they've always had these plans to do this, and they've always been working behind the scenes quietly doing this. And that's why I believed back in August when everybody was saying Electroneum was dead, that, I said, hold the phone, hold your mobile phone. We are not dead. Electroneum was working behind the scenes on some very good things that you might want to get in on at these very depressed prices. So that's what my video was about a month ago. But even then, I did not know that they were going to come out. With the IPS was going to come out soon after that, and then it was going to go bonkers. Suddenly, if you can call it that. I still think that they have a lot further to go, and they do. I'm sure the Electroneum team would agree with that. So there's just this is to me this is nothing. They have so much going on and so much coming out that today's prices are just they're still a gift, I believe. So the article further goes on to talk about the instant payment system, which most people are talking about all over the place on their videos. So I'm not gonna. You can read that at your leisure. Electroneum and regulation. So here they're talking about the Electroneum's gig economy. It's saying the gig economy is going to be a key to the success of Electroneum. He says, I don't think there has been enough focus put in this area, which I believe is one of the vital components to kickstart the master plan. I have been studying what the potential impact this can have on the unbanked and the probability it has to be. This amount is far too small of a number to be sent to an exchange to trade for fiat successfully. So he goes on to explain um, his views on that, and providing an incentive to accumulate a significant amount of cryptocurrency with respect to wage levels and the ability to use it for remittance or mobile payments will provide Electroneum a massive advantage over the standard fintech companies already in the space. It's the start of mobile payments 2.0. So that's big. So Electroneum's in a position to actually dominate a market which is already in existence but needs something else. It needs to progress. And Electroneum is on the forefront of that. So, we're talking about different things now than just a regular, hold your coin because we think it's going to be great because of our technology is so complicated and this is now you're getting into a much broader scope of things. And I think that they are leading this charge. So you can go ahead and read about Electroneum's economic retention. It's about them establishing itself as a fintech provider and not just a novel token. The users, how many are involved in mobile mining, how many are involved on how many customers can they get a hold of using telecom providers, which is millions, hundreds of millions actually. One partner can bring you 100 million users alone. Other countries they're talking about how much it means, like it does, like maybe $3. This article is saying $3 doesn't mean that much. Being able to earn or earn $3 on your mobile phone doesn't mean much here in the United States, but it says in Africa, Asia, and Latin America, that's a huge difference. That's a lot of money to be able to do that in those countries. And the way this author sees it, the larger the ecosystem grows, the more successful it will be. And as it grows, it will grow exponentially. So it'll just feed upon itself in a productive circle. And a lot of people are going to want to jump on board. Not only that, but other cryptocurrencies are going to want to use their instant payment system. It's not just for ETN. They have a pending patent on that, so that other cryptos can also use it to further their own coins. That's wonderful. Yeah, I don't even words can't even describe how awesome that is. So, and they are heading that up. Other coins are going to be like, hey, we need to use their stuff. We need to use their platform so that we can make things simple. Because right now, coins are too complicated for people to get a hold of. Electroneum is trying to make that simple, not just for themselves, but not just for their own coin, but for all coins. So, and that's it. So he says, in summary, this is obviously a project to keep an eye on as it starts to make a splash in the crypto world. It is one of very few projects that is creating a solid path to mass adoptions. Let me know your thoughts. My thoughts is that you're exactly right. It is one of the only ones that's actually doing something to get to mass adoption. And the first thing you got to do is make things simple. You cannot have mass adoption when things are way too complicated, as they are for most every other coin out there. So that's all I wanted to say about this. I think they're doing a great job. I've always thought so, even through the hurdles. But there is a lot more to come. So stay tuned. Go ETN.